Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we discovered that Purnisc wasn't Purnisc, he was an imposter. The real fella is in a back room up here, he's been tied up. Now, we have taken out the imposter Purnisc. Say that 3 times as fast. So let's help this guy up. Is it done? Is he dead? He's already been taken care of. Purnisc stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. He grins weakly, then seems to remember something. You have no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Kaenra. Only, after what Nyrid put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. Ooh. We could do something with might there. Ooh. And please, don't tell her about the Sveth. About what I do. I could make it worth your while. A discount, maybe. We don't do drugs. Kaenra sent me here in the first place. Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. Don't push your luck, Purnisc. Sorry, but I think I've done enough. We'll see. Kaenra sent me here in the first place. She did? Purnisc smiles brightly. That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please, bring her home and tell her that everything is back to normal. I'll go talk to her. Lie? Sure, I'll go do that, deceptive. Oh. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do here? I mean, either way, we'll be telling him that we'll go and do it. I mean, if we lie, then that means, I have more options, I guess, I think. I need to think. I need to see what my options are. I don't know what Ximena would think. Because she doesn't really care that he's a drug dealer. She really doesn't care about that. I think out of the two of them, she cares more about Kaenra. Because, she thought that she was getting beat on by her fiancé. Like, she's had her heart broken in all of this. And I do think that Ximena does value love to some degree. She believes in, oh yeah, you love passionately and wholeheartedly, and maybe that love only lasts a short while because that's what I'm used to. But you don't treat your lover badly. You don't treat your lover badly. If you want to treat the rest of the world like crap, fine. Because that's what I do. I will lie and cheat and scam and con and scheme. But with my lover, I will at least be somewhat myself. As I said, it's the Valian way to love passionately and wholeheartedly and truthfully to some degree. He's lying to his lover. That's the thing. He's lying to his lover. And it's gotten her hurt. It'd be one thing if she never found out about it and he never got greedy and this never happened. If he was being smart about it, sure. But he wasn't smart about it. He wasn't smart about it. And it got her hurt. It hurt her heart. And her face, because she did get beat up. As I said, she's heartbroken now. She's heartbroken. Sure, I'll go do that. I can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Kaenra. We'll go have a chat with her. I think it's up to her as to whether or not she wants to go back. It's up to her whether or not she wants to go back. I think we're completely honest with her. We tell her what happened. And then she can make that decision for herself. She shouldn't be in a relationship that's built on lies. Oh, hello, they're playing music. They're playing music. Also, we really need to rest up. We really need to rest up. We look rough. And by we, I mean Durance. Okay, Kaenra. Kaenra, she was sat at the back. There you are. Okay. Kaenra looks up at you as you approach. What happened with Purnisc? Did you give him the ring? So then, Purnisc was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Purnisc also deals theft. Honest, Defiance Bay, minor positive. Lie. Purnisc was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. He was imprisoned upstairs and I've released him. Deceptive. Not yet. I'll be back. It's... Ximena has standards. Ximena has standards. There are certain crimes where it's like, okay, this is so great, I'm not even going to blackmail that. Like, you were touching kids, you were raping people. I'm not going to blackmail you. I'm just going to send an anonymous note to the guard with whatever evidence I have, because no, absolutely not. Okay, you're in love with this woman, but you're building your whole relationship on lies, and you're not even being smart about it. You're not even being smart about it. And that's breaking her heart. Purnisc was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Purnisc was also dealing Sveth. She blinks at you, stunned. I had no idea. Purnisc, She brings her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it! How can I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long. She runs her hands through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. Right now, he needs help and forgiveness. Benevolent. He still loves you. Do you really want to give up on your future together? Passionate. You're smart to stay away from him. Rational. There are other men in Defiance Bay. Stoic. I'm sorry it turned out like this. Oh... I mean, here's the thing, they could build a future together. They could build a future together. Now that she knows what he's doing, because here's the thing, she was in danger. She was in danger and she had no idea about that. But now that she knows, okay, here's what I'm dealing with, they could build a future together. Not this one. Right now, he needs help and forgiveness. Fuck that. Fuck that. That is very guilt-trippy. Absolutely not. I kind of like this one, passionate, because as I said, Ximena, I do think most of Ximena's tryst, it's probably with people that are in her circle. Like drug dealers, smugglers, pickpockets. I don't think she's ever been in a relationship with like anyone who's earned an honest living. Because again, how is she supposed to be honest with those people? She can't be. She's probably pulling some kind of scheme on them. But she can be honest with people who are on her level. And as I say, if she's taking a lover, I think she wants there to be a degree of honesty there. In a way, it kind of matches her own parents' marriage. They had a very happy marriage. They were two con artists together, but when they were together, they were themselves. It was the only time they ever really were themselves. I think this is the longest Ximena has ever been able to be Ximena, if that makes any kind of sense. She's always, she goes out and, oh, I'm Maria today. Oh, and now I'm Sylvia, and now I'm Tina, and now I'm this, and now I'm this, and now I'm this. And then when she comes home, and she closes the door, and she bars off the outside world, then she can be Ximena. This is the longest time she's ever been able to be herself. She's not had to play some kind of character or role. And I think that's why she wants to be honest with a lover. She wants to come home and spend time with them and be herself. So all of her lovers have probably been in these circles. So she's probably thinking like, hey, he still loves you, you still love him. You can build a future together. Yeah, he's a Svef dealer, so what? I've dated plenty of Svef dealers. He still loves you. Do you really want to give up on your future together? Perhaps you're right. If he's willing to give it up, we can work this out. Seems worthwhile to give him a chance anyway. Defiance Bane minor positive. Oh, and take this. She unclasped something from her neck. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. You gained an item, Unwavering Resolve, and we gained a bunch of experience. Well, hey! Excellent! Excellent. Do you have anything else? Purnisc and I have a lot to work through now. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. But hopefully you can find some happiness together now. I need to rest. Is he going to realise that Adia has his ring?
Hey there.
Good day, stranger.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to realise. Could I get a room? I'll show you what I've got. Ooh. Okay, they're very reasonably priced, and we have a lot of money, but I want to save my money. Oh, shit, this one is... I got so used to the Black Hounds rooms being free. This makes me sad. This makes me sad. Ooh, these last for 2 rests. Oh, no, I want to save my money. I want to save my money, please. I'm so cheap. Okay, there we go. Everyone's looking fine. Excellent. How long? Finished in an hour. Excellent.
Sure.
Okay, everyone. Follow me. Oh, hello. Hello, I think Sagani wants to speak to us. Yes, she does. Hello there. Sagani draws up beside you, her fox following at her heels, and takes a seat next to you.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
You've been searching for Purnisc for 5 years. Sounds like you've been gone from home a long time. Finding Purnisc must be important for you to have travelled so long. You've been searching for Purnisc for 5 years?
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimak.
Hearing its name, the fox looks up. How is the search going? What an adventure. That must be exhausting. I mean, she must have seen a bunch of stuff. She's seeing a city right now. Ooh. It's between 1 and 2. Because on one hand, I said this before, Ximena isn't a drifter because she necessarily likes travelling. It's something she has to do. But I absolutely could see her taking joy in seeing a new city for the first time. That joy of seeing the architecture, the wonderful buildings, all of that. I do think she gets a certain thrill, at exploring a city. The travelling in between, that's just something that she has to do to get from point A to point B. But I do think that she feels a rush upon seeing a new city. She absolutely felt that when she saw Defiance Bay for the first time. Crossing the bridge. She still feels that. We haven't fully explored this city. I mean, Ximena right now is probably feeling that rush of adventure, so I could see that influencing her. What an adventure!
It certainly started out that way. It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it.
I mean, why? Why are you doing this? Why do you have to find Purnisc?
Soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Elitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Elitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Purnisc died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week, and we honored the chosen huntress as a hero. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
I see. I'm sure your village still remembers you, Sagani. Benevolent. People often forget what isn't in front of them. Stoic. What happened to her? I mean, I guess, how would you know if she never came back? I mean, she said, she mentioned the name Kalu and children. Like, it sounds like she's got a whole ass family. I can see Ximena thinking this. People often forget what isn't in front of them. But that's quite rude. That's quite a rude thing to say. Especially if she's feeling homesick. Oh yeah, your partner and your kids will absolutely have forgotten you. They probably won't. I'm sure your village still remembers you, Sagani. You're kind to say so, but I'm not so fragile that I need my name chanted in the meeting halls.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me. But sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me. If they think of me often.
That must be difficult. Of course they do. They must. Passionate. Returning to them is what matters. Ooh. So yeah, it is a husband. It is a husband. Aye. It does sound like she wants to go home. I was thinking, like, returning to them is what matters, if she wants to go back, but she clearly does. She clearly does want to go back. I mean, Ximena doesn't necessarily have a good relationship with her parents. Well, as I've been saying, you know, her parents had a very loving marriage. If one of them left, the other absolutely would feel that. Of course they do. They must. I would like to believe it, and yet sometimes days go by and I realize that they have not crossed my thoughts. Such days are rare, but they happen. She looks away, tugging at the strap of her quiver. It shames me to think of it, but more than that, it scares me.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Purnisc will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
Yes, in fragments. No, not clearly. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, we do, but not with any clarity. No, not clearly. I figured. Most people don't, anyway. I suppose that's why I'm supposed to remind Purnisc of what he left behind in our village. What would you tell him about your village? Has your village changed much since his time? What would you tell him about your village?
Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
Itumak brushes against her hip, and she scratches his head. Recently, there have been a lot of good years. My aunts say we've had fewer clashes with neighbouring villages thanks to the hunting territories that Purnisc helped establish. In bad years, we rely on trade with the merchants that pass our shores. We exchange walrus tusks and seal pelts for grains that last us the hard winters. Purnisc brokered a lot of those agreements too. She holds up the bear figurine. He got this from one of the Amawa ships that used to trade with us. It sounds like Purnisc did a lot for your people. Masuk must be a tight-knit village. Wouldn't a lot of these developments have happened anyway? Well, it takes someone to broker them. It takes someone to broker them. It sounds like Purnisc did a lot for your people.
That's what I'm supposed to remind him.
Sounds like you're in a hunt. Sounds like you're in a hunt of your own, though. You feeling the thrill of the chase, or ready for this to be over? It's too early to tell. I enjoy the adventure. Every day brings something new. Running around like this keeps me from what matters to me. I've been hoping to settle down. Oh, no, she hadn't. Does it matter? I don't have much of a choice in this anyway. Well, it depends on your perspective. That's a very negative, like, oh, I don't have any choice in this. I could go for either. Because it's brought us, this journey has brought us to Defiance Bay. We now have our own castle, which Ximena is, she's already thinking of business ventures for that castle. She's found a lot of joy on this adventure. At the same time, she has only been doing this for like a couple of weeks. Give it a month or two, she might be like, oh God, I'd give anything for this not to be happening. I'd give anything for this to be over, like, Jesus Christ. And she does have a certain amount of hesitance. Yeah, I think it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. On one hand, she does have some negative thoughts. She would rather that this never happened to her. She would much rather that she be ignorant of all of these issues. And that does make her feel very sad. At the same time, she's experienced a lot of joy, seeing Defiance Bay, getting a castle, lots of good things. So on the whole, it's kind of like a, very, very middle ground. Very middle ground. And I think this is the most middle ground I have. It's too early to tell. She nods. Fair enough. She rises and stretches, looking around. Might as well keep moving while we've got some daylight. We haven't actually talked to Sagani. I'd like to talk some more. What's on your mind? Ooh, we have a lot of questions. We'll ask two of them. I want to know about your home... Oh, wait a minute, that's my voice. I want to know about your homeland. Nasitak. She rubs her nose with one broad finger. It's a big island in the middle of the Deadfire Archipelago, just off the coast of the white that wends. Tundra mostly, with a few snow-covered forests in the warmer parts. Most of us live in fairly small villages. By standards here, anyway. Mine is Masuk. What's Nasitak like? She shrugs. Cold, but not as cold as the white that wends. The few kith who visit Nasitak find it sparse, but there's plenty to sustain a village if you know where to look. She ticks the items off her calloused fingers. We get hides and meat from caribou, seals and small whales. Bone too, that makes fine bows and arrowheads. Community's important to us. We survive or perish together, so everything we do, every week-long hunt, every wall we build, is for the village. Who lives there? Mostly Anutanic, like me. People here call us boreal dwarves. Migratory clans of Glamfelon from the White That Wends sometimes spend the colder seasons on Nasitak, but we don't see too many other foreigners who can tolerate the elements. She pats a weather-bronzed arm. Those of us born in Nasitak like to say we have a hardy layer of seal skin just beneath our flesh. Tell me more about Masuk. We're a tundra village. To an outsider's eye, we're probably not much different from the others around us, but our elders have stories that go back hundreds of years. Epic hunts, battles with neighbouring villages, sojourns across the sea. We share these stories too. That's all. She nods. What do you do back in Nasitak? I'm a long hunter. I stalk game across the tundra with some of the other wives. We usually hunt caribou and oxen, but we find hares and birds too. It's a good and respected position. To see so much of Nasitak in the company of my friends and sisters. This is one of the pleasures of life in Masuk. Tell me about Itumak. She scratches behind his ear. A good hunter but not much of a talker, and that's fine by me. When we hunt in Nasitak, we almost always bring our foxes with us. They help us track and flush game, and they're fearless defenders against bears and snow leopards. Clever Itumak has always been my favourite. He wags his bushy tail. I mean, these ones have been so short, I'm like, I might as well. You have a family back in your village? Of course. We never send a woman who hasn't had the chance to find a mate and have a couple of children of her own. This might be a touchy subject, so we'll just leave that. Tell me about your children. I've had 5. Yakona, Estuya, Naju, Anik, and Malak. Estuya and Anik died young in long, lean winters. Malak was barely talking when I left. She scrapes a thumbnail along the handle of her hunting knife. He probably won't know me when I get home. She frowns, her hand falling from the knife. Even in Nasitak, I spend most of my time on the hunt. But then it's easier to relish the hunt when I know I'll see my family enjoying our kill. What's your husband like? Kalu's a good man. He's raised our children well and built us a strong home while I've been away on hunts. Our parents chose us for one another when we were still young. Not the way things are usually done here, but ours chose well. She smiles. We came to appreciate each other as helpmates first, then friends, and then, well, you know how it goes. There's a hint of a blush below the stripe of face paint. Aw, that's cute. I mean, it has been 5 years. Ximena would definitely be thinking it. It's been 5 years. Aren't you worried your husband will... Are you kidding? I'm the best shot in my... I love that. Are you kidding? I'll shoot his balls off when I get home if he's done that. Good for you, Sagani. Good for you. I'm curious about your search for Purnisc. I'll tell you what I can, but Tanek, Italsak pilgrimage like mine are rare. Why do your people have this tradition? She pulls the bear figurine out of her satchel, running a finger along its smooth back. It's something we've always done. The elders say it was first begun to forge ties with other villages. It's hard to fight over caribou herds when you see someone you respect on the other side. We also believe that passing our history on in this way keeps us stronger, and it helps them, the elders I mean, return to us after they've been away from us for a generation or more. They can use the experiences they've accumulated over lifetimes to lead the village again. Are elders usually reborn so far from the village? More often, they return somewhere in Nasitak, a member of another village, or they're reborn among the Glamfellan of the White That Wends. Even so, it's hard to say what's usual. A mischievous grin crinkles her eyes. When my grandfather was a boy, the elder came back as a polar bear. The huntress chosen for the task had to recite half of her village's deeds while running from the beast. Her expression sobers. Even so, there have been journeys longer than mine. Some last decades, and the huntress doesn't always return. What happens when the elder is found? That depends on the man or woman he's become. It's easiest when the rebirth happens in another village of Nasitak, where the tradition is understood. Even in the White That Wends and the southern islands of the Deadfire Archipelago, people understand this custom and will welcome you politely enough, even if their souls do not remember. She shrugs. But sometimes you find someone whose soul has no memory of the village, and you have to tell him of people who remember him still. As disheartening as this is, you hope that the reminder will aid his soul in the future. How did you get picked to come search for Purnisc? She grins. Another old village tradition. The elders watched the caribou migrations and cast seal bones to determine the right time for this journey. When the omens were determined, all of the village wives drew sharp teeth. We're the ones that go away to hunt and fish, so we're the best suited for a task like this. Anyway, I grabbed the little tooth. She frowns. Travelling so far is a rare privilege for us, but as you can see, the journey can be unpredictable. What are your thoughts on my search? She frowns. Helps to know what you're hunting. You've got a lot of tracks to follow, but where they'll lead is anyone's guess. Let's move on. Okay, very nice. Very interesting.
Sure.
I'm glad we could finally have that chat with her.
Sure.
Okay, now then, let's see. I saw a name over yonder. Ooh, a call for interested patrons. The Admithsten Expedition Hall pledges competent, proven men and women towards the profitable career of choosing. Interested parties are asked to seek out win-win inside the Expedition Hall. Okay, we can do that. Oh, Perigund! Hello there. The Orlan woman bounces up and down at your approach. Remember me? We met by Medbar Bridge. She slaps you playfully on the shoulder. Thanks for helping me out back there. As promised, I'll give you the best prices in town. If it weren't for you, I'd still be broke. Okay, you have traps. Is that literally it? I regret helping you out. I don't need traps. I don't need none of this crap.
Good day, stranger.
Ooh. Laura. The young woman stands by a cart, watching the crowd with large bright eyes and focuses on you as you approach. Take your time, traveller. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Ooh. Okay. Oh, we have rings. We have very expensive rings. Scrolls of Revival. Ooh, I do hope there is an actual revival spell. Interesting. Yeah, let's just have a look around the marketplace. Adjust a car.
Gods keep you.
Well met, traveller. Are you interested in purchasing any rations for your journey? Oh, dragon meat, dragon eggs. Don't let Opal see. Well, Opal's a worm. No, I think technically she is a dragon, so yeah, we can't let her see that. Okay. Lovely. Igrun.
Hail, traveller.
Oh. Igrun stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arm are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapon with ease. He nods. Come to take a look. You won't find a finer collection of armour and weaponry in Defiance Bay. Outside Sonild's, of course. There goes my timer. He flashes a crooked grin. What's so special about Sonild? She operates in the expedition hall. He jerks a thumb over his shoulder. Sells the best equipment in the city, but Wenwen keeps her on a short leash. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, members of the Dozens, and anyone else he takes a liking to. Let me see what you have for sale. Okay, ooh. Ooh, hello. It's a pike. Any rapiers? I do like me some rapiers. Okay. The Dunrid Demon. Okay. Very interesting. You know what? This is a good place to clear out my inventory, so I think I'm going to do that in between episodes. So, when you return, I should have a nice fresh inventory, everyone should be properly equipped, and then we can continue exploring. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members, such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.